Good morning, everybody. Happy Wellness Wednesday. It's Dr. Hammerstedt from Holist. So I'm kind of winging it this morning, but I wanted to come on for my Wellness Wednesday because I think it's one of my favorite days. I wonder what everybody thinks wellness means. To me, wellness means sort of your peace of mind and your ability to interact with the world around you in a way that makes you feel well. And I think of health as more like body stuff. So that's why I like to talk about health and wellness. But of course, they're really intricately put together, right? I mean, how can you have one without the other? But we often forget about that. So as you know, I'm all about education and empowerment and evidence. And in the programs that I'm building, I'm hoping to bring that to patients and providers alike and work in teams to get proactive health and wellness. So today I'm going to talk about sort of how I think that we minimize our ability to be able to curate our own futures in terms of our health and our wellness. I don't know if anybody has gotten into cognitive behavioral therapy or anything like that, or mindfulness cognitive behavioral therapy. There are some really great resources that I'll sort of list at the end that you can kind of get into this on your own, but it's really just totally changed my life. Basically, the theory of like choosing and retraining your brain is by realizing that the only thing that you actually control in your life is your own thoughts. And that's really powerful. So you can choose your thoughts. You can't choose the sensations that you're getting or the feedback that you're getting from the world around you, but you can change what you think about them. And I'm not talking, what was that book, like The Secret or something like that a long time ago? I'm not like gonna get all like that, but I do think it's really powerful to think about the fact that you are in control of your thoughts, and your thoughts are going to directly create your actions, which is gonna impact what's happening around you and how people feed back to you. So that's the way that you control what's happening around you, is by your own thoughts. So I have a couple examples that I can think of off the top of my head. The easiest one is really about food, right? So this is what I talk to my weight wellness clients about all the time. So I think about sensations as things in your body coming up to you, and your brain gets those messages and can choose how to interpret them. And your brain decides how to interpret those sensations based on what has been exposed to in the past, what its habits are. I mean, your brain doesn't want to have to interpret everything every time with you actually thinking about it, right? You'd never get anything done. You'd be like paralyzed laying on the couch trying to think about moving your finger or something like that. So your brain does all this instinctually based on habits that it's rewired and other parts of your brain that it's kind of gotten rid of. So it interprets these sensations, it decides what it's going to do with it, and then you create a thought around that. You create your thought, and the thought becomes a feeling. And feelings are really hard to not feel when you're feeling them, right? Think about, that burst of anger or whatever it is that you feel. And then based on what you're feeling is what your action is, what you react to from that feeling, and then you get the result. So for eating, you get the sensation of what you think might be hunger, which is almost never actual true hunger. And your brain says, okay, it's hunger, and you eat it. And then what's your thought? Then you feel badly because you didn't want to eat that you didn't want to eat. And then you go to feeling shame, and then maybe you eat more, and then you don't get the results that you want. So the way you can do it is by reframing your thought. You learn what that sensation is. You feel the sensation. You delay action. You think about it. You decide, oh, I'm not going to have that thought. I'm going to think, I know the results that I want, X, Y, or Z, and you delay, make a choice in the future, and you have a different result. Another thing that I am constantly talking to my toddlers about, but also think about a lot at work, is the opportunity to react to what other people are doing around you. So you have a situation which is charged, right? So I'm an emergency physician. We have a lot of charged emotions from perceived life threats or real life threats, and people come in not their best selves. And what I've decided to do with myself so that I can stay well in my own emotions is to see the pain that that person's in, That's a sensation. That's what's coming into me from the outside world. And choose the thought that it is not affecting me, that it is not my pain to take on to me. It is not personal, that this person is having a hard time and I happen to be there. If it's anger, which a lot of the time it is, I don't take it in and I choose not to react. And by the choice of not reacting to anger, it dissipates for everybody. If I don't feed back into it, the situation gets better and goes away. It's great work with kids. It's really, really hard work to do with kids. I think it's also an opportunity for us to learn how to choose our thoughts based on, in order to improve relationships. So if you have a relationship which is very difficult for you, the sensation coming in is discomfort and frustration or whatever those sensations are that are coming to you from outside of you, you can, instead of choosing the thoughts of this is terrible, I hate this, I don't want to be here, I'm a terrible person, they're a terrible person, you choose the thought of this is not in my control, this is their reaction, I can control what I choose to do, and this is my boundary. And then you have the opportunity to move forward with that. You don't react, you delay your action, and suddenly those relationships are not as difficult. All of this rambling is really to just tell you that basically you get your sensations, whether they're from your body up to your brain telling you to eat or telling you whatever it is that they're telling you. You have the opportunity to change the way that you interpret what those are based on retraining your brain's experiences. Choosing your thoughts means you get to choose your feelings, which means you get to choose your action, you choose your results. You retrain your brain, you get new thoughts, new actions. This is like life, work, food, mindfulness. There's tons of ways to look into this, but I can tell you that over the last 10 years that I've been thinking about this kind of stuff with, whether it's Buddhism or whether it's mindfulness, whether it's, learning about life coaching, cognitive behavioral therapy, all of this stuff, just being a physician, which is charged in a lot of ways. It has changed my ability to be calm in the world, and I feel more well everywhere. And I want that for everybody else. I want you guys to know that you have the opportunity to control your future. So when I say this seems all wellness, right? But if you think about it, when it comes to one of the 2 or 3 of the most important lifestyle things you can do for your health, you can choose, right? You can choose what you eat. You can choose how you sleep. You can choose your exercise, right? And out of that, of course, is choosing other things you put into your body like drugs, alcohol, and smoking. Those are powerful things that you are going to be habituated to, and your brain is going to be consistently knowing what it's used to do. And so you get the sensation of, whatever's coming in, I want to eat that, I don't want to exercise, whatever those thoughts are, that you can reframe that to help yourself make better decisions. And that's how you change your health future. Being obese and overweight is a disease state that leads to many other disease states. The way that we keep our weight well is by keeping our brain well and modifying those mitigating factors that you can do with lifestyle change. I'm super excited. I'm getting my lifestyle medicine certification this year. Holist has been a huge bonus to my life and to all of my clients. I really look forward to you guys all checking out our new website and our all new automated delivery, and join us. Other resources into this kind of work that are super important besides Holist. Brooke Castillo has a life coach life school podcast that's free, that's really awesome. Brene Brown has a ton of things on this. Just looking into what cognitive behavioral therapy is like a really powerful thing. The Center for Mind-Body Medicine has great lectures that are free. They also have certifications that you can go to, classes you can go to. And then I don't know, I think one of my favorite things, and probably everybody's already seen this, but this power pose that, I think if you just Google like power pose on YouTube, and there's this, I think Harvard researcher who did this study on, you know, just changing your posture changes your, the way that you are able to present yourself and feel inside of yourself, and it changes the situation around you. I'm not sure that that study has been validated, but I really like to do that moment before you're going to be switching gears or doing something else. So in speaking of switching gears, I just finished yet another night shift, my last 5 of 5. My family's been out of town for 10 days and they are coming back today, so it's pretty exciting. So I'm going to go munch on some yummy breakfast and head to bed for the day and come out refreshed and look forward to a couple days off. And I hope you guys enjoyed this, and drop some questions or anything in the comments. And go ahead and start working on choosing your thoughts and curating your own future in health and wellness. Take care.